this real quick, and I'm going to turn it over to our international specialist, okay? But here it is. Here's a nugget. I found out that the greatest of the greatest are those who come early, leave late. Come early, leave late. It's a philosophy that works. I don't know why. I can't tell you why, but coming to the meetings early, leaving the meetings late, coming to any event early, leaving late, coming to a conference call early, leaving late. A lot of people, I'm telling you, I see you guys, you jump on right at the 7 o'clock hour, just right at the 8 o'clock Eastern or whatever. And I'm telling you, you just come right at the last second. I mean, the last possible moment. I'm telling you, that's not a good habit. The best habit is to call in 5 minutes early to any conference call, any webinar, and then stay to the end. And then when it's over, stay till it's over and talk to the people and, give a shout out and so forth. That's what I find is one of the qualities of a top performer. And I wish you to get that and start using it. It'll bless you. All right, well, listen, I'm going to get out of the way and turn the call over. Got a great speaker. Want to give all the time he possibly can. So, hey, got another great speaker that's going to introduce him and take over the helms right now. That's the breakthrough specialist, the master of disaster. Can't say it no faster. I'll tell you, this is the international global trainer, Crown 3, Dr. Breakthrough. It's breakthrough time.
Shark. Hey, thank you, Pastor. Coach 100K. And again, what an incredible, marvelous day to be alive. Thank you again for all your inspiration, insight, dedication, and love and concern for the team. Well, folks, we've got him back again. His week was so packed out this week. He so graciously, Mr. Philip Hudgins, agreed to, throughout this promotion, to come in do a call once a week just to kind of keep you on track and so forth. And that in itself is just beyond incredible. And so his schedule is so busy this week. He'll be in town here Wednesday here in Dallas, where we'll get a chance to meet with him, see him tonight, opening up an office here, and looking forward to that. But so he said, well, nothing would work except this morning. Well, this is a great morning. So, hey, so he's back again already. So here's the thing. I keep telling you, Mr. Philip Hudgins literally has a heart as big as the Big D, not just Danville, but the Big D, Dallas, Texas. And he knows the facts, and he loves to have fun, by the way. And when you get a chance, whoever wins this promotion, you get to go down to that mansion. You're going to see he's got bowling alleys. He likes to have fun. He's got his own golf course. He's got indoor swimming pool, indoor bowling alley, indoor theater, 22-seat theater, little ice cream parlor place. I mean, just all that basketball, full basketball court. So again, he loves, like I said, to have fun, and not only that, my friend, he's not just knowledgeable of his topic and knowledgeable of people, but my friend, he's dedicated, committed to helping them to break through, helping them to be the best that they can be. So you're going to hear with great delight and with a pen and a pencil and paper ready to go. And that is Mr. Philip Hudgins out of Danville, Virginia. Take it away, my friend. Peace and increase to Mr. Philip Hudgins once I unmute his line. There you go, sir. Just, you might have to hit star. Looks like there's a little bit of issue. Okay. Mr. Hudgins, you want to try to hit star? There you go.
All right, how about it now? You got it?
We got you,
Can you hear
man.
me?
Come on now.
Okay.
We can hear you loud and clear.
Technology, you gotta love it. I like, I call him Bubba. We done got to know each other. We family now. We brothers from another mother. But Bubba said something very important this morning, folks. If you didn't write it down, you need to, okay? Early. On time is late. Think about that one, all right? If you're having a meeting, if you're having a get-together, if you're having somebody come to speak and you show up with your people on time, you're late. because you didn't get a chance to introduce them to the guest speaker. You didn't get a chance to introduce them to some of the people around, some of the superstars. And it's called edification. When you start edifying people in the room, watch what happens. The people in the room start edifying you. And see, you can't talk about you. I can't talk about me, but they can talk about me. Then I can turn around and talk about them. And I said it last week. I'll continue to say it. You got two of the best in the business. You really don't need me, okay? But I'm gonna come in and help where I can. It's just that simple, all right? But you edify people by getting them there early. You tell people the meeting starts at 7. We got to get there at 6:30. Get there at 6:30. Introduce them to me. Introduce them to Dr. Stan. Introduce them to Pastor Kenny, whoever, okay? And then watch what happens. Throughout the presentation, they will use their name. And what's the most important word in the English vocabulary? Say my name, okay? But how can I say their name if you show up late, walk in, sneak in, and sit down in the back row? I have no idea who you are, and I'm really not interested in finding out who you are because you're late, okay? And you just taught your new people it's okay to be late. So you didn't set the right behavior pattern to get the thing started. So there's 3 meetings when you go to a meeting. The meeting before the meeting, and the meeting after the meeting, which is the most important. All 3 of them are important. But after the meeting is when you lock them in. You tell me I got Jane and Joe and Sue with me. I'm going to talk about them, point them out, ask them to stand up, thank them for being there, make them feel like King Kong. And as soon as the meeting's over, guess who I'm going to shake hands with? These folks. If you've introduced me to them in the beginning, I've shook their hand. I'm going to go back, shake their hand, thank them for coming, really appreciate you. I can say their name. I know who they are. You talking about feeling special, they can't get through the same door they came in. Okay? But you sneak them in late, set them in the back, nobody knows who they are, get them up and leave 5 minutes before the speaker's done because you've heard him already. They're not going to join you, and if they do, it ain't going to go nowhere because they're going to pick up the same habits you got. So anyway, I just had to say that because he said it starts early. Okay, so he triggered something in me, and everything triggers something. That's just a little nugget that y'all might have missed, but I want to go back and outline it because it's a big nugget. Okay, and think about this, folks. It's 7 o'clock for some of you, your time. I was up at 4 o'clock this morning. This is my 3rd call already. And some of you are barely making it on at 7 o'clock with your eyes open. You know what I mean? So I'm not knocking you. I'm not mad at you. I'm not upset with you. And frankly, I don't make a dime off of any one of you, which is probably gives me the right to talk like I talk. Okay, some of these folks will say, well, I don't want to run them off. I don't want to run anybody off. But I want you to understand something, folks. There's a lot of business in business, and these things that we do every single day of our life, you need to copy them if you want to be successful and have what we have. It's just that simple. You can't keep doing what you're doing. Lackadaisical things aren't going to bring you the results you want. Okay? And you may be the sharpest one on here. You may be on 15 minutes early. And if so, guess what? I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to somebody else. Okay? And you know who I'm talking to because y'all know who it is. So let's get started, folks. It is a great day. I'm excited. Hope you're excited. Dr. Breakthrough is absolutely right. This is my last morning. I'm flying tomorrow. I'll be in Dallas for 3 days, and I'll be in Boston for 3 days, and I'm going to be in Tennessee for 5 days. So I'm moving and shaking, all of it pertaining to business. So you get up early, you stay up late. It's amazing how things happen. So here's the first thing I want to talk to you about. In the business we're in, okay, prospecting becomes a way of life. I talked about this on one call the other day that I had, and I talked to y'all about it, but you can't say enough about prospecting. People say, well, I go out and prospect 2 hours a day. I go out and prospect 1 hour a day. I set that time aside. I just don't believe in that philosophy. I think it becomes a way of life, and I think you prospect while you're out. You don't go out to prospect. Everybody is a suspect when you're prospecting. Everybody. Okay? But how do you prospect? See, I think that's where so many people mess up in really and truly building a business. See, people want to be a part of something special. People want to follow somebody that's going somewhere. You show me a Boy Scout group, you show me a church, you show me any organization that's on the move, and I'll show you a leader at work. Folks, y'all got some of the best leaders out there, and they're working. They're working. They call me early. They call me late. They're working, okay? So understand it becomes a way of life to be prospecting all the time. But are you the magnet that turns one way, pushes people away from you? Or are you the magnet that if you turn it around and it draws people to you? See, it's impossible to put 10 pennies in your right pocket and go out and talk to 10 people and move a penny over every time and not have somebody join your business if you do that 5 and 6 days a week. You can't be that bad. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person, and you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. You can't be that bad. But if you talk to one and get your feelings hurt and suck it up and walk away and don't ever say it again, that's why you're not successful. Okay? You put yourself out there. But here's what I've developed over the years, and here's what I've taught people to develop. I call it a overwhelming power statement. Write that one down. Develop an overwhelming power statement. You say now, oh, what is that power statement? It's a power statement that you develop. It's a power statement that you believe in your heart of hearts you can make it come true for the people you're talking to. So it's got to be yours. It's got to be yours. Mine, I've got several. But if I'm talking to somebody in the business that I'm in, see, know your business. Know what you're doing. Know what it does for people. Know that it changes people's lives. Believe it, or they're going to see it in your eyes if you don't. So whatever product, it's amazing to me. I don't even know what industry or what business or any of that you guys are in. And you know what? It don't matter, because all these principles work the same. They all work the same in any business. But for me, my overwhelming power statement, if I'm in a grocery store and in the business I'm in, financial arena, and I walk down the aisle and I see a young lady with 2 small kids, and I walk by and I say, excuse me, ma'am, and I pull my buggy around and go by, I'm going to stop and I'm going to say, those kids right there are just beautiful. How old are they? One's 3 and one's 4. Well, that's just pretty amazing. You and your husband, pretty fortunate folks. You're blessed. And they're just cute as a button. I see them picking up cans doing this. Let me ask you a question real quick. I got to move on. You got to move on. But have you taken care of the college funding for these 2 children yet? Well, what do you mean by that? Well, I'd like to get your number or your email. If you're a woman, give me your email so I don't have to call you. But I'd like to talk to you and your husband, because I show people how to send their children to college completely tax-free. You can do that. Yes, ma'am, I can. And I really don't need your phone number to call you and your husband thinks somebody's calling you a strange man. If you give me your email, I'll email you my number, give it to your husband, have him to call me. See, folks, you can't be a pickup artist. It just don't work. Okay? Now, if she says I'm a single parent, I'll get her number. All right? But I'm looking for a way to contact her, and I'm looking for a way to do it very respectful that this can happen and she can give it to me. Now, let's say I'm walking down through there and I see somebody with a calculator. Folks, I used to have to do this. And they're calculating every time they put something in the buggy. That means they're on a very strict budget, which means they use extra income. I'm going to stop and I'm going to say, excuse me, but, I can show you how not to do that. Do what? Take that calculator every time you put something in that buggy. And the reason I can show you, ma'am, or the reason I can show you, sir, is I used to have to do that too. And I used to have to put stuff back when I got to the end of the aisles because I'd went over my budget. Have you ever done that? I've done that. They say, yeah, actually I have. Man, I need your name and number, and I need to get with you and give you about 15 minutes of my time. I can show you how to never bring a calculator into this grocery store again. Let me tell you something else that I was sick and tired of. I'll tell them standing right there, reading the menu right to left. Have you ever done that? You go down and see the price and look over and it's tuna fish again because that's all you can afford. Yes, sir, I have done that, and I don't like it. Then we need to talk. Simple thing. Simple thing. If I'm standing in line and I'm standing behind, Dr. Breakford, and he's standing there like he always does with his personality and looking around and bouncing, I'm going to walk up and I'm going to shake his hand. I said, man, I've been watching you. You're excited, man. You're just high on life. My name's Philip Hudgins. What's your name? Dr. Stan, Dr. Breakthrough, whatever. And I'm going to look at him, and I'm going to say, man, what do you do for a living? How are you so excited? And he's going to tell me whatever it is. And you know what he's going to say out of courtesy? What do you do for a living? I show people how to make an extra $1,500, $2,000 a month. You wouldn't know anybody interested, would you? You show people how to do what? $1,500 to $2,000 a month. Yeah, I'd be interested in that myself. Oh, well, give me your number, man. I'll give you a call. No, tell me what. I can't do it, man. It's a visual thing. And you get me to check out. You got your milk. It'll go bad. Just give me your number, and I'll give you a call. Promise you, I'll call you within 24 hours. Now, some of you are going to say, well, I'll give them a card, and they never call. Big mistake. Get their number. Get their email address. If you're a girl, you're talking to a guy, get his email address. The last thing you want is calling up and his wife answers the phone. Who are you? Why are you calling my husband? Look, we got to be careful with this world we live in today, okay? Let's do it professionally, all right? But an overwhelming power statement, and all you're looking for, okay? Think about this. All you're looking for is, how you do that? That's all you want. So when I say I show people how to make an extra $1,500, $2,000 a month. Now, if I'm in Danville, $500 to $1,000, I adjust it to my culture where I'm at, okay? And they'd be like, how you do that? Pretty simple thing, but it's kind of a visual thing. Just give me your number and I'll call you. I'll sit down. Are you married? Yeah, I'll sit down with you and your wife and show it to both of you. See if we can help you out, man. That's it. Stop. Again, if you can take your right arm and extend it out as far as you can go, and take your left arm and extend it out as far as you can go the other way. One's the invitation, one's the presentation, in the middle of Death Valley. I'll keep saying that. I know I repeat myself, but it needs to be said. Some of you are going to walk through the aisle, get him, go outside, stand out by his truck, and try to recruit him in the parking lot. It's hot, he's sweating, he ain't listening, she ain't listening. You just You're starting to push him away, push him away, push him away, push him away. Draw them in and stop. People want what they can't have. It's a natural instinct. Okay? Just wet the whistle and stop. And get that response and then get with them. Okay? Now, that's prospecting. Why do we prospect? It's a simple concept for a simple reason. Okay? We do it to hire people. All right? Some people call it recruiting. We choose to call it hiring. Call it what you want to. Okay? But know this. You sell to survive, but you hire to retire. What Dr. Breakthrough say? Come on now. You hire to retire. All right? So if there's things in your business that you don't like doing, prospecting, going to people's house, showing the plan, getting on the phone, all this stuff. How are you ever going to stop doing that if you don't replace yourself with people that will do that? Think about that concept. Think about that concept. I'm in the insurance business. I'm in the financial business. It's been years since I've closed a sale and written an application. Years. And when I stopped writing applications, I made more money than I ever made in my life writing applications. Because I duplicated myself. Okay? Now, you got to have a mindset. Again, you call it recruiting, whatever. But you're one person away from explosion. One. Just one person. How many times have you heard stories over and over and over? I brought in so-and-so, and that was it. It blew the business up. You're one person away. Okay? So you got to have what I call a hiring mindset. Okay? for you, and that's going to drill down to your team. So here's a few things that I wrote down that I think you need to do. I think you need to learn your company-approved scripts, whatever they are. And I have no idea in yours, but I know between these two gentlemen, there's things that they can teach you to say, and there's things they can teach you not to say. You need to learn that, okay, about your business. Why would you continue to do something that turns people off instead of turning people on? It just doesn't make sense. Once you do that, okay, then you drill for skill so that your team can invite prospects effectively. See, you bring somebody into business, and the biggest mistake you can ever make is assume they've been in 3 or 4 more of these businesses, so they know what to do. Guess what? It's just the opposite. If they knew what to do, they would have done it in the first business. Because if we really stop and think about it, if you've ever been involved in any business, that there was one minimum millionaire in that business, then you could have been number 2. If 1 can do it, 2 can do it. If 2 can do it, 3 can do it. You say, well, that one didn't work. Beg to differ. You didn't work. Okay? Total different concept. Get yourself a daytimer, go to the very front page of that daytimer and write, "It's my fault" in big letters. And every time something goes wrong, go look at the front page. If you take that attitude, you'll always fix it. Okay? So drill for skill with your team. In other words, when you start getting your people in, the day you put that first person in, you give up the right to remain average and ordinary. Dr. Stan starts on Sunday night confirming that I'm going to be there for Monday morning. Then he confirms again on Monday morning that he's looking forward to me being on the call. You think I don't know what he's saying? He's saying, you are coming, right? He's confirming it. Okay? So what you got to do is bring somebody in, and then you let them give you a presentation. Let them give you their overwhelming power statement. Let them tell you what they would say to you. Role play with them. And if you wouldn't join, guess what? Nobody else is either. So that magnet's got to be turned around. You got to learn to overcome objections. Things like people ask you, one of the most asked questions you get, is this an MLM? Well, what do you mean by MLM? Multi-level marketing. Well, what do you know about multi-level? Always answer a question with a question, folks. What do you know about multi-level marketing? Well, I don't know. My brother's cousin, 3 times removed from the family, was in one time, and he lost his house. So it's about all I know. So what did he do? Well, I don't know. He was trying to get a bunch of people in something, and it didn't work. And he hocked his house and traveled around the world, and this happened, that happened. So this ain't one of them things. No, that's not what we do. We're not going to teach you to hock your house and travel around the world, do this, do that, do that. No, that's not what we do. Now, what if they like multi-level? Put it on the other side of the coin. And they say, is this a multi-level? What do you mean? Well, one of them multi-level marketing things, man, them things, what do you know about it? I've heard a lot of people make a lot of money with them things. I've been looking for one. Yeah, that's what we do. Now, either way, I'm right, folks. I'm not lying to them. Either way, I'm right. In my business, we build agencies. If you want to call it multi-level, I really don't care. But we go 17 levels deep. Call it what you want to. Call it a pyramid. Call it an upside-down pyramid. I don't care what you call it. I call it a moneymaker. I sold the last one for over $100 million. It works. I produced 16 millionaires. It works. If you got something that works, it works. What difference does it make what you call it? Walmart is a pyramid. You just ain't never going to get to the top. The one guy that owns it. And then the 2 or 3 people that run districts run them. And the people that supervise. And then there's a bunch of tellers, and there's one person, old person, standing out front, welcome to Walmart. And you don't have a chance of getting up the ladder to get one of them positions. So don't be offended by people asking you a question. Answer the question honestly. And for me, I answer questions with questions. That way I can find out how to really answer the question. Just use your head. Okay? Now, why is prospecting so important? Because when you find your first person, that becomes a natural warm market. Natural warm market. Okay. Now, I was teaching this morning on one of my calls, a brand new couple that's superstars, we think. Okay. And I was teaching on the warm market and how to get from one house to the other. So if you're sitting in somebody's house and you're doing your deal and 2 or 3 people sign up, when are they most excited? Right there. Right there. Okay? Now, remember this. The person being serviced should always be the one saying thank you. Okay? Not you. If you go with me to eat, you're going to see Dr. Stan, both of them been out with me to eat. I'm very courteous to people. I thank them when they bring me my tea. I thank them when they bring my food on time. I thank them for this. I thank them for that. And they're like, yeah, and they keep coming back. Do you need anything? Do you need anything? People want to be treated special. And as long as they're servicing me, it's my responsibility to thank them. I hate to go to eat with people and they're like, get me some lemon. Get me some tea. I'm like, you know what? Go sit somewhere else, man. You're embarrassing me. I'm not sitting with you. What are you talking about? This person's working as hard as they can. Can't you see these other tables in here? Wait your turn, man. Slow down a little bit. Ma'am, I'm sorry. I apologize for him. When you get a chance, would you bring him some tea? Sure, I'll be glad to. Because all she's going to do is go in the back and spit in it and bring it out there because he's you know what? I'll stop at that. But treat people special. And the people being serviced should say thank you. So you hire me at a meeting, at my house, in Waffle House, wherever you sitting at. And then you say, man, thank you, Phil. Thank you. Appreciate you getting in, man. And if I'm average intelligence or above, you know what I know you're thanking me for? Because you just got paid. And you say, man, who else you know we can go get? Oh, man, another one of these, I'm done. I'm out of here. Thanks, but no thanks. I'm not doing it. What happened? You totally turned me off. But if you say, Philip, are you excited, man? You know this dream I just sold you? Are you excited? You really believe that we could go do something special together and you could change your life and this could happen and that could happen? All the things we've been talking about. Do you believe that, man? Yeah. Well, man, if you believe that and I was able to help you with that, who else can we go help? Oh, man, let's go see my sister. All right, let's go. Get in your car. Let's go see your sister now. You say, you really do that? Yeah. It's his sister. You think he has to call ahead of time and promptly, oh, I'm in a new business, sis, and I have to wear a necktie now, and I'm important, and I really need to come by and see you and your husband. What's wrong with you? You smoking something? It's your sister. Just go up and, if it's mine, I don't even have to knock on the door unless it's locked. Sis, I'm here. Come on in. I want to introduce you to somebody. Dr. Breakthrough, man, he's a cool dude. All right, he wants to show you something. Take about 10 minutes. All right, come on in, sit down. Show it to me. Folks, you're making this thing too hard. You can explode it one to the other to the other. Now, let me tell you most of the time why you won't do that. You've got X amount of time set, and you're out there, and you have your last appointment, and you hire somebody, and you say, got one, I'm going home and eat dinner. Ain't no time to eat dinner. You got to go get 3 more. That's why you're not exploding. You're letting that window of opportunity go by. Okay? Get it while it's hot. Now, for us, we do weekly meetings. I don't know if you guys do a weekly meeting or not, but I'm just going to tell you this. If it's a weekly meeting, if it's inviting somebody to do a call, whatever it is, you got to go do 10 personal invites. You can't get 3 people and say, I got 3 people who's going to get 12 people on this call next week. Monday morning, they'll have 12 people on. No, they won't, because they can't hear what you're saying for watching what you're doing. Okay? So you get 10 personal invites per week. That'll get you 3 people, and that'll get you 1 that'll join you. 10, 3, 1. Works in about every business I've ever been in. But here's the key. Follow up with everybody within 24 to 48 hours. If not, they're dead. They're dead in the water. Okay? Now, again, why are we doing this? Why are we recruiting so many people? Why are we doing what we're doing? All right? Because salespeople are out of work every single day. Every single day. You're only as good as your last sale. All right? So, hiring people, recruiting people, whatever terminology you use, it's your terminology, okay? And whatever one you use, all right, it's the fastest way to the top. It allows you to multiply and leverage your time. It's not addition, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. It's multiplying. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 16 is a bunch. Okay, it's multiplication. But let me tell you the secret, folks. You've got to go wide in order to go deep. This go get onesie twosie and ride them to glory, that is a misconception. You're going to make your upline a lot of money, in my opinion. Now, these guys might not invite me on after this call, but I'm just telling you, folks, I've been around 37 years. It is what it is. There's no onesies, twosies. You go wide. It's like having children. You can't skip a step. Between me and my wife, we got 6 children. We got 8 grandchildren. You got 1 child, you'll never catch me. We begot 6, they begot 8, and some of them young, they ain't done yet. Got another one coming. Okay? So you can't outproduce with 1 if I got 6. Can't do it. It's impossible. That 1 is not that good, even though you think they are. Okay? So that's addition. If 1 got 1, it's addition. If 1 got 2, it's a miracle. Because one thing you got to understand about your people is they're about 1/10 of 1% excited about anything as you are. If you ain't going wide, they ain't going wide. If you going underneath them, they're going to go underneath them. And they're going to be one-legged. And if you've seen the table stand up with 1 leg, it'll fall over every time. As soon as you lean on it. Okay? Now, so it allows you to multiply and leverage. It expands your marketing opportunities. Let's talk about that one a second. Okay? Let's talk about that one. It expands your marketing opportunities. Who do you know and who do they know? And I remember being in a meeting in Greensboro, North Carolina. I remember a guy by the name of Bullet Bob Turley who pitched the first 100-mile-an-hour fastball ever been pitched in baseball. He was playing for the New York Yankees. And he was one of my uplines in another business. I remember that guy by the name of Larry Waddell. So it was Bob Turley, then Larry, then me. And I remember standing backstage with them two. We were getting ready to go out, and the Coliseum was full of people. And we were getting ready to speak. Of course, them two was the main two. I was just warming them up. But bottom line, here's what I heard Bob say to Larry. He said, Larry, I appreciate your numbers, and I appreciate you bringing all these people. He said, but when I came in back there in the back, he said, man, we need to talk a little bit. He said, you see them standing around the door back there? He said, what you talking about, Bob? He said, all them people back there. He said, looks like a motorcycle gang. He said, I'm not against motorcycles. They got leather chains and jackets and bandanas around their head and all this stuff. He says, is that really what you want in your business? He looked at them. He said, Bob, you talking about them people right back there? He said, yeah. He said, let me show you the front row. He said, look at the front row, Bob. And Bob went across the front row, and every one of them had on a suit and a tie. He said, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He said, Bob, guess who brought them? People in the back. They brought them. He said, point well taken. Keep running your business. So, folks, you don't know who people know, but it will expand your market. So you might hire somebody and say, well, I don't know about this one. They may take you to the banker, the accountant, who knows? Pastor, who knows who they're going to take you to, okay? But understand this, all of this positively impacts your compensation. See, if it's onesie twosies and you got to go make it all, that's the reason you jump from one ship to the next, to the next, to the next. Once you get it working for you, it's amazing what that multiplication is going to do, okay? Now, it also will get you in touch with the other winners on your team. Because what's going to happen is when you start driving that depth under that width, The first one might not be the leader, but you're going to find the leader under them. And that's okay. And then you drive more width and you drive more depth. And it just keeps going and going and going. However, if you just went one, it wouldn't be there. Now, this is where your security comes in, folks. This is where your security comes in. You go wide. All right? Now, I'm going to tell you another story. Facts tell, stories sell. When I first left my very first practice company that I spent 2 years part-time and then 10 years full-time, I'd run out and produce some leaders that produce some leaders that produce some leaders, okay? But I wasn't very wide and I wasn't very deep. I don't know, I had a couple, 300 people, okay? Now, I learned from that lesson when I went to my second practice company. I looked at the guy in charge that owned the company. He was 12 wide at the top, okay? I went 12 wide, and I built a program to teach my people to go 10 to 12 wide. So each one of my 12 in width went 10 to 12 wide. And as it funneled down, it got, 7 to 8, 6 to 8, whatever. But I built an army, and I made $1 million in 9 months following the leader. Now, I looked at the other 11 people on his 12. They were doing just a little bit. They went 2 wide, and one went 1 wide, one went 3 wide. And in that time frame, this guy was doing 2.4 with his whole company, 2.4 million a month in premium, which was a lot of premium back in the day, in the 90s. I was doing 2.1 with my team out of his 2.4. The other 11 people were doing 300,000. It wasn't even a close second. And they couldn't figure out why. I went wide, they didn't. When I left that company and started my own, folks, I went 40 wide at the top and 16,000 people deep. 40 wide. We produced 16 millionaires, 1,000 people making between 6 figures and $9.99, and 3,000 to 5,000 people making 50, 60, 80. Are y'all losing me? Is somebody talking? Can you still hear me, Dr. Stan?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Got you, bro.
Okay, I'm just making sure, man. I'm hearing somebody talking. I want to make sure that you ain't trying to tell me you ain't hearing me. Okay, so out of the 16,000 people, folks, we had a lot of successful people, and a lot of the other ones making onesie twosies, and they were happy. Right? They were happy. So I'm telling you, you prospect for width, and then you drive depth, and it's over. I don't care if all of a sudden your leadership says, you know what, tomorrow we're going to sell ink pens that write off of both ends. Guess who's going to sell more ink pens? The one with the most people. So whatever you put in your portfolio, you immediately, you think Walmart and Sam's, if they put a new product in, they worried about it coming off the shelf? No. They got so many outlets out there, it don't matter what they put up. Enough people are going to buy it, they're going to make money. So when you get your outlets in place, folks, you're going to make money. That's simple. So with that, Dr. Stan, I think I said a mouthful, buddy. I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Wow. Powerful and practical. And folks, I trust you got that powerful information that could change your life, enhance your business, and take you to the next level. See, what you have to understand is that our God is no respecter of person. So if God did it through somebody, he can do it through anybody. But God didn't just make you an anybody. God made you a somebody. And God allowed you to be connected to the training today. And I'll close with this scripture I want you to think about. In John 14, verse 11, Jesus said, believe me that I am in the Father and the Father in me. But here's the part that got me. Or else believe me for the very work's sake. He's like, look, just look at what I produce. Look at the works. And, a lot of folks do a lot of talking, but you know what? Your walk talks and your talk talks, but your walk talks louder than your talk talks. Your walk talks so loud I can't hear words you say. Just look at what Philip, just believe him for the very work's sake. Look at the work. Look at what is produced. And what do you want to produce? And so, my friend, I'm telling you, you can be a top producer and you can make a difference in people's lives if you implement what you heard this morning. So again, powerful, powerful. Thank you very much. I appreciate this, Mr. Philip Hudgins. Looking forward to Wednesday seeing you here in Dallas. Alrighty, Coach 100K, was that off the chart? What?
Man, that was good stuff right there. I'm telling you, anybody trying to build a business have to take those nuggets. I'm telling you, I mean, the proof is in the pudding and the goodness is in the tasting. You got to realize, guys, that people that have done things ahead of us have done them, and they're sharing how they did it, and it's duplicatable. The thing is, we must begin to do it. So I'm learning, I'm growing. Dr. Breakthrough's learning, we're growing, and we thank you for being here today to hear from this incredible mentor leader of ours. Philip, we thank you, sir, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Shock.
All right, bud. You're welcome.
All right. Yeah, so we'll unmute the lines here, but I was thinking about the company I was with. That we, 2.2 million people in the whole company. 1.5 million was on my team. Like I said, there wasn't nobody in close second, brother. But those people weren't willing to stay up half the night sometimes, like I did, super early in the morning. They weren't willing to go sometimes 24/7, right? And so, folks, I'm telling you, your breakthrough. I'm telling you, it's here. It's here. And so, just remember, God only shines through broken, yielded vessels. So don't resist the breaking. Just do the submitting.